Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. A couple of days ago, a gentleman sent me this, and he did tell me he's going to engrave it on glass, like a beer mug, so it needs to be black and white. He really asked me not to work on it per se, taking the time, but you can see the bitmap. So I've traced it. It just doesn't trace where the flip. So I was going to show him just a few steps that I would do. So it's less than 3 inches. I've got my nudge factor set on 4. And I am going to take, I've got it broken apart, so I'm going to nudge this out of the way. And that gives me a pretty clear thing that needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But if I take the whole thing and left click, right click, and then go ahead and take away this center part, and then that way we can start working on it. But when I'm working on something like this, I think it's a lot better just to work on half of it. So what I'm going to do now is take a rectangle, and I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, and I'm going to fill that in, and I kind of get the entire shape. So it's basically the same thing. This one actually came out a little bit better. So what I'm going to do now is take my Smart Fill tool. Let's set it on a different color so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to nudge that over. So the whole time, nudge stuff and don't move it. That way you can kind of see what you're doing. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to left click, no fill, right click, outline. And I'm going to group it together. Make sure you get it all. And then I'm going to hit P to put it in the center of the page. By doing that, let me get this other one out of the way. By doing that, okay, I don't really need that other one, so I'm just going to delete that. Let me move this out of the way now. That's in the center of the page, so I'm going to take a 2-point line, holding down the control button. And then I'm going to hit P. Wow. I must have hit something else that, let me ungroup it. Whenever it's not in the center, there's a reason. It might be that spot right there. So now I can Control G to group it again and then hit P. That way I put it in the center of the page. Now I'm going to look at it and see which side's worse. I'm going to say this side is going to take more cleaning up. So I'm just going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete that side. Just make sure you get everything on that. Now, we can work on this a little bit. We're going to take the shape tool. Now it's grouped together, so I've got to select it, go up to Object, Group, and ungroup it. I'm going to grab my shape tool. I'm going to get rid of those 2 nodes. See if I can't get a smoother arch. You just don't want to change it too much, so maybe just take away one of those nodes. Take away one of the node. That way, that kind of changed the arc. So I'm going to get the other one and hit delete because I want that arch. I'm going to try maybe even a couple more. Now we're going to take this shape, kind of do the same thing. And as I zoom in, I see that that's pretty bad. So I'm going to take these nodes. I'm just trying to get it a little more symmetrical. Hopefully I'll get like a round. I'm just deleting nodes because this is actually a square object, kind of like a ribbon. I'm going to call that good. Now we're going to do the same thing on this, but I think on this top part, I'm going to select it and I'm going to use the smoothing tool underneath the shape tool. And I'm just going to click on that and just kind of smooth that out a little bit. Now, if we look at it under the shape tool, again, there's less nodes, or should be. See, there's only 1 node there. Now, that's part of the feather. that I won't be able to do it in this video, but maybe I can make another one. So I'm just going to delete some nodes. I'm just kind of trying to get this round shape. Now it's not going to be, you know, as picture perfect as the original, but if we get rid of these nodes right here, and then take these two, well, let's get rid of that node. Take these two nodes and right click and turn them into a line. We almost had another node there. Oh, there's another node. Now take these two and right click and turn them into a line, and that's what that did. And then I probably want to take the smoothing tool. I'm actually a little bit too big, but that's fine. We could probably do the rest with the smoothing tool. I'm going to make it not quite so big. I'll make it a 1/4 inch. And I'm going to grab that. I'm just going to smooth this out. You've got to be able to basically see the node for this to work. On a big thing like that, it's probably better to do the shape tool. You can take that node and delete it. Now there's really only, take these two nodes and delete them. See, that worked out perfectly. Maybe we'll do the majority of these down here and then use the smoothing tool. See, and then I can take those two nodes and right click and turn them into a line. The straightness doesn't bother me because I can fix that. So I'm going to grab those two nodes, right click, turn them into a line. Now we can delete all these nodes. Grab these two, well, let's take away that node first. Then grab these two nodes and right click, turn them into a line. Well, there's one more. Whenever it doesn't work, it's because there's another node. Now I think the rest we can do with the smoothing tool. So I'm going to go up the shape tool and get my smoothing tool. It's still set on that 1/4 inch. You've got to make sure you can see the nodes when you click on it to know that you're on the right spot. Now I'm going to leave that little bit of waver. The other two look pretty good. Well, I need one more on that other spot. And if you don't ever care about doing something like this, just stop watching. So that right there needs to be fixed. So what I'm going to do is go back to the shape tool. This would be a good one to make a hotkey. So you click between the shape and the smoothing tool, right click, turn it into a line. Now I'm going to get back to the smoothing tool. I'm going to leave that shape kind of funny because we don't know what the feather's going to, I'm going to just go over this real fast, kind of smooth it out a little bit. I think we're good. Now I'm going to take away my line and I'm going to Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, and holding down to the two-sided arrow, I'm going to get that right there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have a leak, so I'm going to put a rectangle around it. Just in case I have a leak, it won't go everywhere. And my nudge factor is still the same, so I'm going to nudge it over. That looks pretty good. Now all we need to do is make this where it'll engrave. So I'm going to left click, right click. Now, there's two trains of thought. If you look, that looks like triangles and kind of like a folded ribbon. And this doesn't. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our shape tool and we're going to move this line to here, here, maybe delete that line. I maybe should have done this before. I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete through there. Now I'm going to take my 2-point line and connect that. And see, it kind of to me looks like a fold, and we could actually put maybe one right there. And it did such a good job, I'm going to delete that. I think I'm nudged still in the center of the page, so I'm going to do that same trick by hitting P. just extend that line up. I'm going to go ahead and cut this away. See, that way at least they'll be equal. Get rid of my line. Select those two. Control G to group, Control D to duplicate. And there you go. See how it kind of looks like a folded ribbon? Now I'm going to take it and make it something other than a hairline. And this is where you would definitely want to size it to your glass. Now I got those other ones are red. I'm going to make them all black. Didn't have them selected because you want it to engrave the same. That fold line might be a little bit too thick, and you could actually change that. We could go up to Object, Group, and ungroup it, and we could make that fold line. As long as it's not a hairline, it'll engrave. And then we could actually move it. See, that makes it look a little bit better. Same thing here. Ungroup it. Take that one line, make it, don't really remember, I think that's close. And you just want them where you want them where it's not going to show that joint. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and group this together, Control G. And let's put in the name, and then we'll continue with the second video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that side in. And I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to just type out. I don't know that font. He was maybe going to look for that font, but we're just going to use with all caps. Wish I knew what that meant. Let's go with Arial Black. And a lot of times if you'll go Arial, it'll pop to the black. And a lot of times that happens in Corel, you've got to go back. So that looks pretty good. Now there's a couple ways we could do it. We could do text to path, but I think it'd be better to take that shape and go up to effects and contour. We're going to contour the inside. That's too big. I thought it was. Let's go 0.05. That's pretty good. I'm going to go up to break contour part. Then I'm going to nudge this over. And I'm going to use the envelope tool. Let's see if it works. I'm going to go to Effects and Envelope. Place inside. That worked pretty good. Now I'm going to shift select the other one and go EC. That put it in the perfect spot. Now I'm going to go and just kind of move that over. It's a little bit big. It's a little bit too close to the edge. So maybe I should have contoured a little bit more. Because I really don't think you could change it on that arch. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Anyway, this is part 1. Stay tuned to part 2 and see if we can do some more. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.